Mr. President, I rise to co-sponsor Senate Resolution 120, which takes into consideration Senate Resolution 129, filed by this representation. I'm very proud to congratulate and commend the Philippine National Paddle Team for emerging as a champion of the 2025 Asia-Pacific Paddle Cup held in Selangor, Malaysia. Paddle, once unfamiliar to many, including myself, is now a fast-rising sport that is being specially embraced by the Filipino youth. The presence of the Philippine team and the honor they receive at the Asia-Pacific Paddle Cup 2025, the leading paddle competition in the Asia-Pacific region, underscores the country's readiness and competence to meet the highest standards of skill and sportsmanship. From August 28 to 31, the Philippine National Paddle Team, Paddle Pilipinas, founded by our dear colleague Senador Pia Cayetano, emerged victorious against the finest teams from 7 other countries in the region. Competing in 26 matches, the Philippine team secured 24 victories, bringing home the championship trophy. This remarkable win testifies to the hard work and collective efforts of the promising members of Paddle Pilipinas. It was also made possible with the expert guidance of its coaches Brian Casao, Jaric Laval, and Tomas Vasco. This success brings pride to our nation and an affirmation of Filipinos' excellence in sports, reflecting the discipline, teamwork, and bold dedication that have long driven Filipino athletes to achieve distinction, not only in our country but also on the world stage. So let this significant milestone inspire us to continue nurturing the dreams, strength, and capabilities of every Filipino youth. With this, I urge our colleagues to adopt this resolution. Also, I have another speech, but I would like to insert it into the records. This is commending a resolution congratulating and commending Joanna Tao-Yitan and Johnny Arcilia for being named the most valuable female and male players respectively at the 2025 Asia-Pacific Paddle Cup. It is all of 4 pages, but I request that this congratulatory resolution also be placed on record. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Lauren Legarda. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, next to co-sponsor the measures, no other than Christopher Lawrence Bongo.
Senator Christopher Bongo is recognized.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, as chairperson of the Committee on Sports and one of the authors of the resolution, it is with great pride and honor that I rise today to co-sponsor the Senate resolution celebrating the remarkable triumph of Paddle Pilipinas in the 2025 Asia-Pacific Paddle Cup held in Malaysia. Our Philippine National Paddle Team displayed unmatched skill, discipline, and determination after they bested their opponents in men's, women's, and mixed events, thereby emerging as champions in the international sports arena. This exceptional performance is not only a victory for the team but a resounding testament to the Filipino athletes' resilience and excellence. This achievement further cements the Philippines' growing presence in the international paddle scene as it proves once more that with passion, perseverance, and hard work, Filipinos can excel on the global stage. Mr. President, ang tagumpay po ng Paddle Pilipinas ay hindi lamang tagumpay nila, kundi tagumpay po ng bawat Pilipino. Ito'y patunay na saan mang larangan, kayang makipagsabayan ng ating mga atleta at ipakita ang husay ng lahing Pilipino. Higit sa lahat, ang tagumpay na ito ay nagbibigay ng inspirasyon sa ating mga kabataan na kung sisipagan at pagbubutihin ay maaari ring magdala ng karangalan at dangal sa ating bansa. Ito rin ay magandang halimbawa upang mailayo ang mga kabataan sa masasamang bisyo. Get into sports, stay away from drugs to keep us healthy and fit. Mr. President, gusto ko rin pong bigyan ng pakilala ang founder po ng Paddle Pilipinas, si Senator Pia Cayetano, na isa rin pong maituturing na lifelong sports advocate and enthusiast. Kasabay nito, karapat-dapat lang po na kilalanin ang pambihirang husay ni Johnny Arcilia na kinilala bilang most valuable player sa men's division at si Joanna Tao-Yitan na itinanghal ding MVP para sa women's division naman po. Makikita po natin pag nagtutulungan po ang pribadong sektor at ang gobyerno, malayo po ang mararating ng ating mga atleta. Higit pa rito, ang tagumpay na ito hindi magiging posible kung wala po ang buong coaching staff, trainers, at lahat po ng atleta ng Paddle Pilipinas. Congratulations po sa inyo. Nandito lamang po ako, inyong chairperson po ng Committee on Sports, laging sumusuporta sa ating mga atleta. Mr. President, more than just a sporting achievement, this victory brings pride and honor to our nation. It inspires the youth, uplifts the Filipino spirit, and underscores the vital role of sports as a unifying force that strengthens national identity and pride. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President. Mabuhay po ang ating mga atletang Pilipino. Salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Bongo. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next to sponsor the measure is no other than Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa.
Senator Ronald De La Rosa is recognized.
Mr. President, delivers that insert to the
Yes, Mr. President, I believe that he sent me a message, and my apologies, that his speech to be inserted to the records.
All right, the sponsorship speech is inserted into the record.
Mr. President, we'd like to recognize our distinguished colleague, Senator Erwin Tulfo, to also co-sponsor the measure.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, it is with great pride and honor that I rise today to sponsor the resolutions congratulating and commending the Philippine National Paddle Team, or Paddle Pilipinas, for their historic championship victory at the 2025 Asia Pacific Paddle Cup held in Selangor, Malaysia from August 28 to 31, 2025. This triumph shines a light on the growing sport of paddle in our country and demonstrate the world-class talent and determination of our Filipino athletes. Their success is not only a win on the court, but also a symbol of national pride and unity. I also join in commending Joanna Tao Yi Tan, who was named the most valuable female player, and Johnny Arcelia, of course, who was recognized the most valuable male player of the tournament. Their individual excellence, alongside the collective strength of the team, affirms that Filipino athletes can stand tall and victorious on the international stage. Mr. President, colleagues, these victories reminds us that with discipline, passion, and unwavering support, our athletes can conquer greater heights and bring honor to our nation. Let us therefore wholeheartedly extend our commendation and congratulations to Paddle Pilipinas for uplifting Philippine sports once again, inspiring our people. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Erwin Tulfo. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, we'd like to also recognize the distinguished colleague, Senator Jinggoy Estrada.
Senator Jinggoy Estrada is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise today to join in the chorus of celebratory remarks for our national paddle team, Paddle Pilipinas, founded by our dear colleague, resident sportswoman and star athlete, Senator Pia Cayetano. I say star athlete because she is, correct me if I'm wrong, is currently 4th in the National Women's Open rankings. As if the ongoing plenary sessions and marathon budget briefings weren't physically taxing enough, Senator Pia Cayetano, of course, found time to establish Paddle Pilipinas, the sole federation officially recognized by the Philippine Olympic Committee and the Philippine Sports Commission as the National Sports Association for Paddle in the Philippines. Nagawa pa po ni Senator Pia hindi lamang maglaro competitively at bumuo ng National Sports Association, pati na rin ang pag-iikot sa bansa para magbukas ng mga paddle courts para sa ating mga kabataan. Today, we are honoring the Philippine National Paddle Team for bringing pride to the entire nation for their historic championship victory at the 2025 Asia Pacific Paddle Cup in Malaysia, beating the best teams from all over the region and concluding the tournament with an impressive 24-2 win-loss match record. Just last year, I understand the team secured a runner-up finish at the inaugural games in Indonesia. It is clear that our players certainly stepped up this year and came fully prepared to take home the well-deserved title. We're excited to see how far our national team can go and how many trophies it can deliver. Under the guidance and leadership of the stronger, more athletic Cayetano, with all due respect to our distinguished minority leader. Also, I would like to congratulate two of Paddle Pilipinas' finest players, Joanna Tao Yi Tan and Johnny Arcilia, for being named as the most valuable female and male players, respectively, in the competition. Our commendation also goes to the entire roster, coaches, and staff who all work together, combine their diligent efforts to produce this winning team, not for their personal glory, but for our national pride and honor. Thank you for all your hard work, and please accept the Senate's simple gesture and token of appreciation for the great honor you have given our country. Finally, may I respectfully ask the authors and sponsors to allow this representation to become one of the co-authors of this happy resolution. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, we have also other members who just like to insert for the record their sponsorship speech. Their speeches that we'd like to put on record. Senator Mark Villar would like to insert for the record as well, together with Senator Robin Hood Padilla and Senator Rafi Tulfo, Mr. President.
So inserted into the records.
Mr. President, they're being, with the consent of the body, Mr. President, in review of the recent adopted resolutions pertaining Paddle Pilipinas, I move that we likewise consider and adopt the following measures, Mr. President. After, can I just make an omnibus motion that we approve and consider proposed Senate Resolution number 120 and the other proposed Senate Resolutions 122, 123, 124, 126, 129, and 130, as well as proposed Senate Resolution number 131 and 132, Mr. President.
Well, if there are no objections.
Yes, with the permission of the body.
We include PS Resolution 131 and 132, honoring the male and female
Most valuable players.
most valuable players.
Yes, Mr. President.
Hearing no objection, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. President. And just to put on record, there being no interpolations and no interpolations
No
or
interpolations,
amendments
so
done. So,
would you like to approve the entire?
yes, Mr. President. With
Resolution.
that, we'd like to, with the permission of the body, we'd like to adopt all the aforementioned proposed Senate resolutions, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, proposed Senate Resolution 120, taking into consideration Senate Resolutions 122, 123, 124, 126, 129, 130, 131, and 132 are hereby adopted, subject to style.
Thank you, Mr. President. Congratulations to the recipients of this resolution. And we ask for a minute suspension so that we can give the resolutions to these athletes. Thank you, Mr. President.
The session is suspended for 1 Senate minute.